And you got a big fight coming up as part of a big card, right? Love and War on February 15 at Mohegan Sun Arena. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, it's supposed to be a good fight. I'm fighting an undefeated fighter who is durable and competitive. So it should be a good fight. You know, I've been training really hard, just staying focused, and I don't really have much to say about the fight.
Okay.
I have no emotions about it really. I'm just here to handle business. I miss getting in the ring and doing my thing, and just gonna get back in there. Oh, this is tough. I wasn't prepared
No
to
worries.
do interviews only because I've just been kind of over the media part of boxing. It was over the media part where like a couple years ago I actually decided that I was gonna retire.
Yeah.
And I stepped away. I recently had another child, and some years back, me and my wife bought a house, and I started a new career in construction, and I was, just enjoying my life as a father and a husband, and I stepped out of the ring in the light for a while, so it's been an adjustment with that to get back into the boxing persona.
Yeah.
But it's in me though. It's always in me. I'm a fighter, and that's why I'm back.
Because you grew up in it, right?
Pretty much, yeah. Boxing has always been a part of my life.
Yeah, yeah. What made you retire in the first time around? Was it that maybe falling out of love for the game, or were you tired, or were you expecting a kid? Like, what made you want to step away at first?
Well, the biggest thing of all was my inability to find competitors that would follow through. I'd go through 3-4 opponents and then still not end up with a fight. They pull out a couple of weeks into training, then get another guy.
Yeah. He
pulls out a couple of weeks, or we're going this way and that way, and nobody wants to fight me. And so it's actually, I got a lot of respect for my opponent for taking this fight. He's undefeated, and I'm well known for my power, so he's taking a big risk.
Yeah.
And I appreciate him taking this opportunity to combat with me. It was really just the issue of training and signing contracts and doing press conferences and being a part of the lifestyle of being a professional fighter and not actually being able to fight.
There's a lot that I think fans don't appreciate about that, right? The fact that, they just assume that somebody gets paid when they fight, and that's a one-day thing. But there's so much preparation leading up to that, mental, physical, spiritual, leading up to that. And for you to have to prepare and not know exactly who you're fighting because it keeps changing, or for you to have to prepare for many weeks where you're not seeing your loved ones and sacrificing so much, and then there's no fight, you can see how that's disheartening.
Yeah, a lot of people do not see, they usually only see the fight.
Yeah. Right.
And sometimes, when you get real big, they'll give you those behind the scene things where they go and they show you camp and your lifestyle. But for the most part, you don't see what a fighter goes through to even get to that level. And there's a lot of sacrifice, a lot of time. I love my children. I love my woman. I love being a family man. And I always knew that I wanted to be a father and a husband and a family man. So, along with always knowing I wanted to be a professional fighter.
Right.
But for me, the family is just more important to me than the boxing.
Sure.
I love it. I do love it. But as I've said, I retired. I walked away. I walk away for the boxing for my family.
Yeah.
So that's what it came to. Like you said, I'm spending the time and the energy away from family and focusing on building that part of my life to have no result from it. It felt very immature for me, to take all that from my family and bring nothing back.
Right.
So it was my main decision, the main reason that came into my decision of retiring was just that. focusing on my family and putting my energy and time where it felt most important to me.
Absolutely. And speaking of family, how does it feel that your dad will be commentating on your fight?
Oh man, you know, there's a lot of people that look up to my father and have watched him throughout the years, and it can be very nerve-wracking for them to fight as him, be commentating for them. But I don't think they understand how it feels to be his son and how I've never had him do this before, and it's going to be very interesting to hear after the fight the things he said during the fight. I'm a little, you know, it makes my heart beat a little fast, you know.
Yeah.
Like, oh man,
Yeah,
Dad's watching, but he's watching from a different perspective, you know.
He's He's supposed to have like a neutral perspective. That's going to be hard for him too.
Yes,
You know, his son is up there fighting.
See, I've gotten, you know, he tells me these things when we were in the gym training together. He'll tell me straight up right then and there but he's there to not just critique, but to also help improve. So, like, he would say things, but he would be able to help me remedy those things. Now, I'm just going to get the criticism only.
Yeah. All right, Ray, I know you're being pulled up to go up to the press conference to announce this fight. Best of luck, and let's continue the discussion.
Yes, we can do that.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.